What's up guys? Hope you are doing well. Welcome back to Sports Gusto. In today's video, we're going to talk about the richest UFC female fighters. Valentina Shevchenko, $1 million. Valentina Shevchenko is the resident of Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan, and is now ranked as one of the best female fighters in the world on a list that includes both men and women. The smart Muay Thai specialist holds signature feats over Joanna Jędrzejczyk, Juliana Pena, and Holly Holm. Shevchenko is also the last woman to be involved in a competitive fight with Amanda Nunes. According to reports, Valentina Shevchenko is worth around $1 million. Amanda Nunes, $1 million. It's clear that Amanda Nunes is the greatest female fighter to ever set foot in the octagon. She's overthrown a lot of women in MMA, including Chris Cyborg, Ronda Rousey, Valentina Shevchenko, and Miesha Tate. The Brazilian also holds both the UFC Women's Bantamweight and Featherweight championships. She's the only woman in the history of the UFC to hold titles at the same time. Considering her achievements, you would expect to see Amanda at the top of our list, but she is still worth more than $1 million. Cat Zingano, $2 million. Cat Zingano is a free agent who has recently competed in both the UFC's Bantamweight and Featherweight divisions. She was the last woman to defeat Amanda Nunes in 2014. She's also a trained grappler and former ADCC Submission Wrestling World Champion. Mixed Martial Arts has been very kind to the former title challenger, whose net worth is listed at a cool $2 million. Paige VanZant, $3.5 million. Well, her record is not as perfect as the other woman on our list, but Paige VanZant is one of the most popular fighters of UFC. The 25-year-old from Dundee, Oregon has gained victories over Felice Herrick and Beck Rawlings. Outside of the UFC, VanZant has appeared on many popular television shows, which also includes Chopped. She has made most of her fortune outside the cell and is said to be worth around $3.5 million. Holly Holm, $3.5 million. New Mexico's Holly Holm became a star when she stunned Ronda Rousey at UFC 193 with a head kick heard around the world, and by grabbing the UFC Women's Bantamweight belt. She has struggled a bit since the Rousey fight, but the 37-year-old has been involved in competitive fights with stars like Chris Cyborg, Valentina Shevchenko, and Miesha Tate. Prior to joining the UFC, Holm had a long pro boxing career in which she occupied multiple world titles. Between boxing and MMA, she has made a very nice living and has $3.5 million in total assets. Chris Cyborg, $5 million. For years, Chris Cyborg has been considered as one of the most powerful women in the sport of mixed martial arts. The Brazilian had a long undefeated streak that lasted from November of 2005 to December of 2018. The former UFC Women's Featherweight champ has overthrown stars like Holly Holm, Gina Carano, and Marlos Conan. Cyborg has been one of the most famous female stars, and based on the recent data, the former featherweight queen is worth $5 million. Joanna Jędrzejczyk, $5 million. Joanna Jędrzejczyk is a Muay Thai specialist from Austin, Poland. She has held the UFC Women's Strawweight Championship for over 2 years and defended it for 5 times. Joanna has signature wins over Carla Esparza, Jessica Andrade, and Claudia Gadelha, and has also fought for the flyweight strap against modern champ Valentina Shevchenko. She has earned good money along the way with a net worth of $5 million. Miesha Tate, $6 million. Miesha Tate is a retired MMA fighter who was one of the UFC's early female stars. She is remembered for her fight with Ronda Rousey, which helped her in sparkling limelight on women's MMA. Tate's finest moment happened at UFC 196 when she surprised Holly Holm to capture the UFC Women's Bantamweight Championship. The former champ has also modeled for many famous publications like Fitness Girls and ESPN The Magazine. According to reports, Tate has garnered $6 million in total assets. Gina Carano, $8 million. While there were some influential fighters that came before Gina Carano, she's also the only woman who has never battled in the UFC. The talented Muay Thai fighter had 8 pro fights where she finished with a 7-1 record. Gina Carano has gone on to become an actress and has appeared in many mainstream movies. She was featured in 2011 action film Haywire, Deadpool, and Fast and Furious 6. Well, she has a total net worth of $8 million. Ronda Rousey, $12 $12 million. Gina Carano may have been the sport's first female star, but Ronda Rousey took things a step further by becoming the women's division's inaugural megastar. Ronda impressed UFC officials with her sharp finishes and commercial personality and developed an entire division around her. This also opened the door for other female fighters to enter the UFC, and Ronda Rousey is said to be worth $12 million, which makes her the richest woman of UFC female fighters. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel right now by clicking the subscribe button below this video. See you in our next video.